Morning, everyone, and welcome to the November 16th, 2022 organizational meeting of the Baldwin County Commission. I am opening the meeting this morning, assisting the commissioners in organizing the county's government. Today's meeting is the only meeting in this commission's four-year term where the meeting begins without a designated chief presiding officer, the chairman of the county commission. Today we have with us Dr. Trey Sullins of the Three Circle Church in Fairhope to lead us in the invocation, and followed by Commissioner Gruber leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone please rise.
Let us pray. Father, as we come before you this morning, we recognize that all wisdom and knowledge come from you. God, I pray that in this meeting today and meetings to come, that your will and your wisdom and your guidance for each and every person involved in decision making will be upon them. And God, as they make decisions, that they would be to your good and your glory. Father, bless this meeting today and those who are here. In your Son's precious name, amen.
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 Can I get you to join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. At this time, the Honorable Presiding Judge Clark Stankowski will administer to the commissioners the oath of office required by the state constitution.
All right, thank you. If each of you will stand, raise your right hand, left hand on the Bible, say "I," and then say your name and repeat after me.
I, Billy Joe Underwood,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
and
the Constitution of the State of Alabama, so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office of Baldwin County Commission, upon which I am about to enter, to the best of my ability, so help me God. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, commissioners. This organizational meeting is required under state law in order for the 2022 through 2026 administration of the Baldwin County Commission. This meeting sets the regular business meeting days, organizes the general governing organizational structure for their upcoming four-year term of office, which begins today. The organization of the county's government is provided for by a 1931 act of the Alabama legislature, which requires the commissioner to select a chairman, a finance commissioner, a road and bridge commissioner, and an industrial commissioner, which in today's terms would be the economic development commissioner. Once the organization of the government has been accomplished today, the chairman will take over the meeting. Commissioners, before you is Resolution 2023-006, which enacts the divisional resolution of the Baldwin County Commission to authorize certain procedural requirements and prescribe other permitted and authorized duties as enumerated at Act Number 239, 1931, as amended, and other applicable law. Said resolution organizing the 2022 through 2026 Baldwin County Commission. Commissioners, at this time, I would recommend a motion on this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Mr. Chairman?
Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and get started on the meeting then. The first item is the adoption of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we adopt the November 1st, 2022 regular meeting minutes.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Underwood to adopt the minutes. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner McKenzie. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, next we have is our committee reports. We have the finance administrative, the payment of the bills. Ms. Underwood?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we pay bills totaling $12,917,076.63, with the exception of those vendors commissioners requested to be pulled, which are none. These are listed in the Baldwin County accounts payable payments. Of this amount, $8,774,947.06 is payable to the Baldwin County Board of Education. $651,299.52 is payable to the Gulf Shores Board of Education, and $938.28 is payable to Orange Beach Board of Education for their portion of the county sales and use tax.
All right. Commissioner?
Second.
I got a motion by Commissioner Underwood to pay the bills. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Ball. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Okay. Then we have the VA2, which is a notification of interim payment approved by the clerk treasurer as allowed under policy 8-1, which is the remainder of the bills. Okay, and it requires no action. All right, we have no consent agenda today. We have no presentations. We have no public hearings. And I don't think we have any other staff.
Yes, sir.
That's the
Mr.
rest of the
Chairman?
agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, everything, because of the fact that there was no work session, everything is under other staff recommendations. It's arranged in sections. If the commission so pleases, we could go through it section by section.
Please do that. All right.
All right. Mr. Chairman, or Commissioners, the first section is section FA, which is administration. It is made up of 6 elements. There's some notes that on item FA2, the certificate of liability insurance was indeed received. Item FA4, there's a replacement attachment dealing with resolution 2013-14, which the title was revised to include 2022. And number FA6, which there is a addendum attachment, which is a letter of support from Baldwin County Legislative Delegation. And you can vote on these in a group or separately, whichever you prefer.
All right. Commissioners, you've heard the items under FA. Do I hear a motion we accept the group from FA1, or do you have any, we get a discussion again?
Discussion, please. Due to the fact that we've not been able to have a work session or had any discussion about these items, item FA6, I would like for that item to be pulled till the next meeting so that we can have an opportunity to discuss that.
Okay. I've got a request from Commissioner Underwood to pull item number FA6. All right. Any other ones?
What date is that, Anu? 5.
Okay. And anybody else have any other ones? All right. If not, then do I hear a motion that we adopt items FA1 through FA5?
So moved.
Second.
All right, got a motion made by Commissioner Underwood to adopt the FA1 through 5, seconded by Commissioner Ball. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Right. Next.
Next, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, is Section FE, which is Budget and Purchasing. There are 10 items on through that section. Please note for the record that item FE10 has a replacement attachment for the RFP Material Recovery Facility Equipment Vendor. The RFP has been revised by the Solid Waste Director.
All right, Commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed all of these items, and I will make a motion we approve them as a group, FE1 through FE10.
I got a motion made by Commissioner Underwood to approve items FE1 through FE10. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner McKenzie. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, next section is Section FJ, which is elected officials. There's one item that deals with the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office and the submission of equitable sharing agreement.
All right, Commissioners.
I'll make a motion we approve item FJ1.
Second.
Been a motion made by Commissioner Underwood to approve item number FJ1, seconded by Commissioner Ball. Any further discussion on this? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Next.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Section FK, which is EMA. There's one item in there, which is fiscal year 2023, Alabama Department of Public Health Strategic National Stockpile Grant Agreement.
A motion to approve FK1.
Second.
All right, got a motion made by Commissioner Ball, seconded by Commissioner Underwood, to approve item number FK1. Any further discussion on that? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, next.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Section FL, which is Environmental Management. There are 3 items on here, but I've got a note from the Solid Waste Director. Would you?
We just need to pull FL3. County attorney had a revision, and I haven't gotten it back yet, so hopefully we'll have it on the 6th.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve FL1, FL2, and pull FL3.
Okay. Got a motion made by Commissioner Ball to approve FL1 through FL2.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner McKenzie. There's no other further discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Right. Next.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Section FM. There are 2 items in Section FM. The first is the Resolution 2023-22, which authorizes the chairman and the clerk treasurer to sign bank documents for fiscal year 2023. And the next is a program update of the American Rescue Plan Act.
Okay. Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve item FM1.
Okay. All right, Commissioners, I've got a motion made by Commissioner Underwood to approve FM1. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner McKenzie. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And FM2, I think we can just, for right now, we'll pull it for our next meeting, if that's all right with you all. Okay.
All right. Very good, Commissioners. Thank you. Next item is item FN, which is Highway. There are 9 items under Highway requiring your attention.
All right, Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed these items under FN1 through FN9, and I will make a motion that we approve those items for Highway.
Okay. We got a motion made by Commissioner Underwood to approve items FN1 through FN9. Do I hear a second?
Second that.
Second by Commissioner McKenzie. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, next.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is section FQ, which is personnel. There are 7 items for your consideration.
Okay. Y'all want to look that over real quick? Anybody have any questions on any of these? If not, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
I got a motion made by Commissioner Ball to approve items FQ1 through FQ7.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Commissioner Underwood. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, next.
Next, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, is section FR, which is planning and zoning. There are 2 items for your consideration.
Okay, Commissioners?
Let me check real quick. Do we have to name names, Ron?
But it's Diane.
It's already in the
Burnett.
staff recommendation.
Are you talking about the board appointment? It's Diane Burnett. I believe it's in there, isn't it?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'm making a motion. We approve all FR1 and FR2.
Okay, got a motion made by Commissioner Ball to approve FR1 and FR2. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Underwood. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the ayes have it. Thank you. All right,
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, there is one addenda.
okay.
This addenda deals with the creation of a local, authorizing staff to begin the creation of a local recovery plan for the Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Program from ADECA.
All right, Commissioners, you've heard the staff's recommendation on the addendum, which is GA1. Do I hear a motion we approve item number GA1?
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion by Commissioner Underwood, seconded by Commissioner Ball to approve item number GA1. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay. Next is the commissioner request. Y'all have any requests?
Not today.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I do want to go back to, I think when we got through the first part of the FA items, Mr. McCullum is here on FM6 or FA6 if we need any clarification. We are taking it to the work session on December 5th, but Mr. McCullum, if you want to come up.
Commissioners, always a pleasure to be in front of you, and congratulations on your swearing in this morning. There are a few things that I give up my daily morning cigar for, but here we are this morning. I knew I would get a head shake from you on that, Commissioner Underwood.
Good morning.
The lease agreement that you pulled from the agenda, I had asked anew to make some copies of some local legislation to give you just a little bit of a background there. Involving the creation of the delegation office and the duties and responsibilities of us as a body, y'all as a body, with regards to those particular items. If you wouldn't mind, I'd pass it out to you right now.
Okay.
Oh. I thought I was getting another stack.
Oh, take one down, pass it.
Congratulations. Oh, I got a pat.
You get it.
Give me one of them back.
You take this one.
I ended up with 2.
Give me one, Chairman.
I thought you gave me a stack of 4 to keep. So we're rearranging the papers.
All right. So, Act 2275 creates our delegation office, as well as the Baldwin County Department of Archives and History's Advisory Board, which is a great organization and good use of legislation. If we will turn to page, trying to find it, guys, excuse me. It's easier to find in the code than it is here at times. Page 3E. There is hereby established the Baldwin County Legislative Office. The County Commission of Baldwin County shall provide office space, office furniture, office equipment, telephone service, and accommodation for the members of the legislative delegation from the county. And then it talks about how staff like me are hired and things of that nature. They amend it several times, and the latest amendment there and the governing on this would be Act 2019-338, which is the second document I handed y'all. This was the lease tax redo, and there was some combinations therein. And we will go to, let's see, page number 2, number 1 there, the last paragraph on the page. And we will start with 75% shall be distributed to the county general fund to be expended as approved by the Baldwin County Commission for general purposes. However, and per fiscal year from the foregoing distribution, the Baldwin County Commission shall appropriate $200,000 into a separate county fund to be used for the operation of the Baldwin County Legislative Office established by Section 45-2190, including but not limited to office equipment, communication equipment, salary supplements for personnel of the delegation office, training, and official public travel for House and Senate members, yada, yada, yada. The letter of support that we sent y'all was a request for y'all to engage in this lease. We could get into a may shall debate about what you're required to do and or what you may do. I really don't want to go down that route. The division that we had in the lease, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Sink, I believe it was a 50-50 split on
Yes,
that
sir.
between our fund and y'all.
Yes, sir.
If it would make you rest a little bit easier on this and give you less agita and hopefully maybe move this forward, because I've got delegation members that are very much looking forward to being able to occupy this space. The delegation has authorized me to say that if we need to pick up the full tab, we are more than willing to do so in a spirit of unity and friendship that we have seen between the delegation and the commission these last 4 years. If we need to do that to make y'all feel a little better about this, we are happy to do so. The current delegation office location on Oak Street, I think we all know, has seen much better days. And given the new influx of 2 new House members and a new senator into our delegation, it does not necessarily provide all of the space that we need to be able to effectively do our jobs as a delegation. So I am very humbly and kindly asking y'all on behalf of our legislative delegation to possibly consider moving this forward at this meeting with an amendment that if the money is what is causing the problem, then that we are more than happy to pick up our full share of the tab on the rent. And of course, I'm happy to answer questions, comments, or concerns that you may have therein.
Commissioners, y'all have any questions you'd like to ask Cliff McCollum?
Well, I am the one that asked to have it pulled, so, Mr. Chairman, I will address your question. I just simply didn't think we had had an opportunity to even discuss this, and since there was an ask of the commission, a monetary amount, over the last few months, we have been enlightened on how many buildings we own and how many spaces we have out there, and every time we turn around, oh, we own this building, we need to put $1 million roof on this building, oh, we own this building, oh, we have this dilapidated building. And I felt like that was just an opportunity that we need to really make an assessment of what we have and we don't have. Now, if you guys want to, engage into this opportunity, and, we are the body that has to engage into these leases. And it is a partnership, and we want to work together. And I do not want there to be any kind of repercussions to the county commission if there's an opportunity, if this is what the legislative delegation really wants to do. I wanted to simply look at it and make an assessment as to, are we making the best utilization of all of the buildings that we have? As I've traveled around this great state of Alabama and not been to all 67 counties. I don't know if that's really a bucket list of mine or not, but I've been to several of them. And I will tell you that we are more than blessed in the county of Baldwin, and that we have a lot of opportunities and spaces that are out there. And so I just feel like that we need to work together because we need each other. And sometimes one might need the other more than the other at times. But I just simply wanted to have an opportunity to look at what was there. This showed up on the agenda very quickly, and it's like, boom, okay, we're going to be entering into a 5-year lease for something. Nobody has said anything to us about the building that was over there on the street, except for, I've heard it needed a little work on it. Okay, so if we're going to be spending $25,000 a year, and you guys spending about $25,000 a year, or let's round it down to 49, whatever it was, and some change. What are we going to do with all these derelict buildings that we have laying around Bay Minette and some of the other parts of the county? It was simply an opportunity to have a discussion. We didn't have an opportunity to do that prior to this meeting because of the statute that's put in place that prevents us from having any kind of a discussion. So this was not meant to be any kind of anything other than an opportunity to discuss. But I also want to make it on the record that if there is going to be some kind of repercussions for us not participating in this, then that needs to be discussed as well.
I am not aware of any particular repercussions that could come from this. No one has made any threats, whether
and they should not.
Explicitly stated or implicitly implied. And if my tone conveyed that, then I apologize profusely.
Your tone did not convey that.
Okay.
I know I want to state it for the record. Because this should be a partnership that works together. But when has this been brought up? Since we had a participating amount that would be part of this, that's why that I felt like it was important that we had an opportunity to discuss it. So.
No, and I am more than welcome to the discussion, and I'm happy to come back if need be. But again, with time being a factor here, with some of my delegation members, to use an equestrian term, champing at the bit to want to move forward on this, I came today to speak to this matter and ask on this. It is your purview, your right, and your power to delay this as commissioners, each and every one of you. If y'all want to do that, that is your authority.
Commissioner Underwood, if they're willing to pay for the whole thing, that would be an agreement for the term of the lease, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No strings attached.
No.
We're not going to pay for it.
I have the authority of the delegation so to do. In fact, I believe when we initially began this process, the delegation was thinking we were probably going to be on the hook for the whole thing anyway.
But one thing, Mr. McCullum, is that we just got through a budget, back in whenever that was, July, August, whenever it finally finishes, and this kind of stuff, we weren't thinking about this then. So.
No, and no ill will, and of course I've known all four of you for a number of years. Right. We all have very good working relationships with one another. You maybe less so, Commissioner McKenzie, but
you'll learn how to deal with it.
We live in the same building now, so we get to see each other all the time. Right. We have really, especially the last 4 years, at least since I've been with the delegation since 2019, there has been a very good relationship between the commission and the legislative delegation, much more so than previous iterations of both of our bodies.
Well, I'm all right.
Me too.
And I appreciate you giving us a copy of the law. Matter of fact, I was well aware of that, and that's why that, we spent a lot of money over at the Fairhope Courthouse upgrading the upstairs, and I believe there's some vacant offices up there that could possibly be available if it just kind of interests me that that we need all this space when we have spaces out there. So that was my, reasoning for wanting to make an assessment of what do we have, Every time I turn around, oh, we own that building. Really? I had no idea we owned that building. So I've made a request to the administrator that I would like to have a list of all the buildings that we have owned by the Baldwin County Commission and what they're being utilized for. And I understand this, but I mean, if you guys want to pay the whole amount and you guys want to enter into an agreement now without doing any further research, then that's.
Well, this is not something that has been
Is
put on the
there a
agenda.
timeline? Like, is this lease going to not be able to happen if it doesn't happen this month?
It can still happen if it does not happen this month. It is the desire of the delegation that it be moved forward as expediently as possible so that we can make preparations for the office equipment we may need to get, the other things that we may need to do in preparation for the move because of supply chain issues, because of the continued issues we've had on things. It would allow us more time to be able to just hit start and go from day one.
We've got offices everywhere. I've met with Senator Albritton in a boardroom in the RC&D building in Atmore. I mean, we've got boardrooms, we've got this room, we've got copy machines, we've got everything that could suffice for a few weeks, I believe. But, that's my take on it.
But we're not even on the hook for anything on this one, and we were actually providing space for their cost when we were supposed to provide.
And part of this agreement involved, I know y'all have been trying to find somewhere to possibly place the Board of Registrars, and this was a potential way to possibly address that issue and help y'all with that as well, which we were more than happy to do. But again, if the money is the concern, we're willing to go the full 4. And with regards to the extra offices upstairs in Fairhope, I am very well aware that those are there, since I'm landing up there. The thought was having a presence in Bay Minette is very important to the delegation. This is our county seat. This is a very important part of our government up here, and especially for our members that are out of county, because we have 5 members of our delegation who do not live in Baldwin County. This is a convenient location for them that also is nearer to their districts, and that would be Senator Albritton, Representative Baker, Representative Stringer, Representative Easterbrook, and also Representative Givens, who I know you have been so kind to give some space to at the Robertsdale Courthouse as well, but part of her district is up here in Bay Minette, and she would like to be able to have a presence up here in Bay Minette. The Oak Street office, I am happy we can go open it up. I'll take y'all by there right after this meeting.
Well, Cliff, I'm good with, I don't think you have to explain anymore. I mean, I'm good with, if y'all are willing to pay the whole amount, I'm good with that.
And I have been given authorization to say we are. So.
Commissioner Underwood, being that you requested it, do you want to pull your request and let's go ahead and vote on it?
Sure.
Okay.
So let's get it straight. Will you revise the lease, Brad?
Yes, I will revise the lease, and since y'all didn't really take any formal action to table it or anything earlier, so I think you could just have a motion to approve FA 6 with modification by the county attorney reflecting that the delegation will pay the full lease amount.
Okay, y'all hear a motion? For item number FA 6, is there any more discussion?
I just want to state that it wasn't so much about the amount of money, it was more about the utilization of space that we already are out there paying for. That was my main point, okay? But if you guys are willing to pay the whole amount, because we would have to do an amendment to our budget in order to share that cost.
No, and anything we can do to help alleviate and simplify things for y'all, we're happy to do. We are partners in helping, making sure
Just
Baldwin
making
County
sure, because
runs
you
well.
referenced if it's about the money. It wasn't about the money. It was about not being asked or told or anything else. It was just blah.
Well, and you know, I will take it upon myself to make sure that we do a better job of communicating with y'all when we're working on things. Commissioner Underwood, you and I are very great about talking to each other about things. And,
Absolutely.
And I dropped the ball on, you know what, I'll take the blame on this one. I dropped the ball on this one.
Well, because we have to take the blame on it, because anytime we pass something and I say, who did that? Say, you did it. And I'm sitting here going like, okay, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to know what I'm doing.
Well, then, you know what, if somebody hits you on this one, you just point them to me and I'll take them, and they can come up to Fairhope and visit me at the office, and we can talk, and they can yell at me a bit, and I'll even send them home with a pound of good Billy's bacon from Fairhope, Alabama.
All right.
I make a motion before our emails to Cliff.
Yeah.
We got several on nuisance issues we can send you.
Hey, and you know, and y'all have in the past, and I'm always happy to help. We're all on the same team, and if there's ever anything I can do for any of you or any of y'all here in the public, we're always happy to do whatever we can.
I mean, I think in order to move it forward, that they're willing to pay for the whole thing, and we don't come out of pocket and have to amend our budget. I mean, and our attorney's okay with this modification, then we're not, it doesn't cost us anything, we're not on the hook of anything, and we're technically providing you space at no cost, like we would anywhere else, so.
Okay.
But I do agree with Commissioner Underwood in the aspect of just better communication on things like this, but at an organizational meeting, you know, we wasn't expecting something like
No,
this.
and my apologies for that. It's just when it got pulled, it
But
sent some alarm bells out.
I understand the
for them.
time crunch as well, that everybody needs to get into their offices, so.
You got some legislators, especially some new ones, that are just ready to hit the ground running, and we want to be able to let them do what they need to do.
And we look forward to them helping the county commission.
Whatever we can do to be of help, you know. Y'all have all got my government phone and my personal phone, and I can answer them anytime.
All right, Commissioner Group, I'll tell you, I'll make the motion, whatever Brad said.
That'll work.
I mean, he said it so good, I don't want to take it away from him. Whatever our staff, I take staff's attorney recommendation on, do we need to first make a motion to pull? Commissioner Underwood need to rescind.
I think the way you stated it's fine.
All right, so no formal action was taken there, so I make the motion that we take staff's attorney's recommendation with the modification of the lease to reflect that the delegation will pay the full amount of rent at this office space, and
Okay, I got a motion by Commissioner Ball to approve item number FA6, which is a lease agreement for the Robert A. Wills for office space for the Baldwin County Legislative Delegation in Bay Minette, Alabama.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner McKenzie. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. All right. Is there any more commission requests?
No, sir.
Okay, do you have a senior staff report?
Just one quick comment, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. After the meeting, there's some refreshments outside in the library out there for you, so, and for any of the guests that are here.
Okay. Mike, a county attorney report?
No report, but congratulations to all of you.
Wow, thank you. All right, public comments. Anybody in the public would like to make a comment? Hearing none. Press questions? No press. Commissioner comments? Commissioner Ball?
all right, let's start with somebody else.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Underwood.
Now, he always says he had to go last while he was chairman, and now he's going to pass it off.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, okay. Well, thank you guys so much. This is an honor and a privilege to be able to serve a second term for the Baldwin County Commission. And thank you to all my family who are here today. I actually have all three of my siblings here, and my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my niece, my nephew, and my husband, and I think I got another nephew back there, and a niece, and a great niece. So I think I win if there is something to win, I think I won the most here today. But I appreciate their
Mr. Gruber, can you turn our mics on?
I appreciate the support of all the staff members who are here, and the family. Wait, it just went off again. Okay, I'm not going to repeat all that, but thank you guys for making the trip up here. And again, I do appreciate staff. This is a 500 and something page agenda we just went through. It's a lot to take in, and it is the right and proper thing to do is to ask questions. And so I appreciate Mr. McCollum, I appreciate you clarifying that, and I thank you commissioners for let's come into a resolution. And with that being said, it's a beautiful day, and thank you.
Mr. McKenzie.
I'd just like to say thank you to the citizens that, put me here. I'd like to say thank you all for coming, and my family, my wife, my 2 girls, one of them didn't want to come today. She didn't want to miss school. But that's how she is. She loves school, so I'm proud of her. Thanks to the staff for last night. That was an awesome thing, and I really appreciate that. But I'm looking forward for these 4 years, and hopefully we can do some good, and I know we will. So, but anyway, thank y'all.
Mr. Ball?
Yep. It's hard to believe that we're doing this all over again. Seems like yesterday we was up here again. I can remember our first day here, and I'll reflect on Commissioner Underwood as well, when we did this 4 years ago. We had other people here with us. Both of my parents were here when I got sworn in the first time, and I met Commissioner Underwood's mother for the first time as well. Just goes to show you how quick things change in 4 years, and 4 years is going to go by again, and 4 years is going to go by again, and I encourage everybody to hug your loved ones and just stay in touch with them. My father's not here, and he passed away in January, and my mother's not able to be here because she's in a nursing home. So things change on a dime, and I would have never, in my wildest dreams, guessed in 4 years I wouldn't have my parents here swearing me in with me. So they were proud of me on the first time, and that's the memories that I've got. But I just encourage you, everybody out here, to hug somebody when you leave out of here today. You just never know what life's going to bring us. It's surreal for me to come to this meeting today, and I'm just kind of up here and starting another 4 years over again. And I told Commissioner Underwood I'm gonna have to borrow some family for some pork today. So I know y'all support me as well, because we've all become friends along the way. So we all have a big family here. The staff, everybody that works for us does an excellent job. Thank y'all, staff, for what you do to make our job so much easier. So with that being said, I'll get off my soapbox today, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Chairman.
Thank y'all very much for all y'all's support in the last several years. I'm looking forward to these next 4 years. We got a lot that we have planned already. We've been working on and trying to get some things completed. I think we have got a lot to do, and we're going to continue to move forward. And I look back at Baldwin County, and Baldwin County has been the first in a lot of ways. The stuff that we do, we're tops at it. Right now, we're working with our recycling center, and Terry told me, that we're considered the top in the state for doing that. That's remarkable, and we haven't even got it built yet, but we're being considered being the top in the state of Alabama. That says a lot. That says a lot for our staff and the commission, working together to try to get things accomplished. So, and again, I want to thank everyone, and thank you for the staff for getting this agenda together, which I'm about to get my writing hand to going again to signing all this stuff. But I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm really looking forward to working with my fellow commissioners in the next 4 years and the staff. And thank you all for coming today. All right. That being said, Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Been a motion made by Commissioner Underwood.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner.
Second by both of us, because we're ready to go.
Seconded by Commissioner Ball and McKenzie to adjourn. Meeting is adjourned at 9:15.